Hi, I'm Andy, and this is my lesson on how to run Java programs. In this lesson, I'll show you how to compile your Java code. Then I'll show you how to execute that code. Let's get started. To start, I've created this very simple Java program in a file called main.java. This file is called the Java source code file. Now I want to run this program, meaning I want to tell the CPU to execute the instructions contained in this file. Running Java code is a two-step process. The first step is called compiling your code. We use the javac command to compile Java code. Before doing so, let's see what files are in our folder by using the ls command. As you can see, our folder has one file, our source code file. Now we'll compile our code. To compile code, we type javac and then the name of the source code file we wish to compile. In this case, that's main.java. Notice a new file got created, main.class. This file contains our program written in a different language called Java bytecode. That's what a compiler does. It translates code from one language to another. Now we'll execute the instructions in our bytecode file by typing Java and then the name of the bytecode file, but we don't include the .class extension. Typing these two commands, javac to compile our code and Java to execute it, gets tiresome after a while, so most development environments provide a simple way to do those two steps one after the other. In my Replit environment that I'm using, this run button right here does that for me. Okay, now that we've seen the steps required to run our code, let's explore exactly what is happening during those steps. The first step was to compile our code. We did so with the javac command. We have to compile our code because the computer CPU does not speak Java. It doesn't understand the code in the main.java file. Compiling Java code translates it from one language, Java source code, to another, Java bytecode. As we saw earlier, the compiler puts the Java bytecode into a new file, which has the same name as our source code file, except with a .class extension. The second step was to execute our bytecode. We did this by typing Java and then the name of the class file minus the .class extension. When we did this, an interpreter called the Java Virtual Machine, or JVM, went to work. The JVM took the bytecode instructions from main.class and converted them to machine code, which is the only language the CPU understands. The JVM then sent these machine code instructions to the CPU to be executed, resulting in the Hello World message on the screen. And that wraps up this lesson on how to compile and execute Java programs. I'm Andy. Thanks for watching and coding with me today.